everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to dive into the entry cost of hardware for getting started with either Unreal Engine or Unity. Whether you're just starting out or you're ready to go all in, I've got some numbers for you to look at first. We'll talk about the hardware specs you'll need to run these engines smooth at each level. Plus, I'll show you a great tool that you can use to build your own budget-friendly setup, no matter what stage you're in. So stick around to get all the details and start planning for your game development journey today. Before we look at the hardware specs, I want to introduce you to an amazing tool that I use all the time when building PCs for friends or family, PCPartPicker.com. Now this website has been a lifesaver and I've used it countless times to create budgets and plan builds. The best part about this website is that it's completely free and you can also save your bills by creating a free account. Now using this website is super simple. Just click on the Start Build and you'll be taken to a page where you can begin selecting your components. I recommend starting with the CPU as it's the core of your build. Now here's the best part about PCPartPicker. It has a built-in compatibility check, so as soon as you select your CPU, it will filter out all incompatible parts. So you don't have to worry about guessing if something will work together or not. Now, if there are any compatibility issues, the tool will flag them and give you a detailed explanation. Plus, this site also includes user ratings for each component, so you can make an informed decision based on other builders' experience. I really hope you find this tool helpful as I did, whether you're just building your first computer or upgrading your rig. Don't miss out on this amazing tool. Now, let's take a look at the requirements for Unreal Engine. Unreal recommends the following as their recommended hardware, and I consider this as their low tier. Based on these requirements, I created a parts list on PCPartPicker to see how much this will cost. And as you can see, the minimum build will cost you around $900 to get started. Now, let's be real for a moment here. While Unreal Engine's official recommended hardware might be enough to run the engine and learn the basics, it's not the most practical for efficient development, especially when you're working with demanding features like Nanite, Lumen, or large assets that require significant processing power. So what you see here is an entry-level build for you. Moving on to the next tier, Unreal has now released the spec list for a typical system used by the Epic team themselves. It is important to keep in mind that this system specs is used to actually develop the engine and all of its features, meaning it's way more powerful than what a beginner or an intermediate developer will need. So while it's great to have it for a reference, you likely won't need something quite this intense. So take this information with a grain of salt. As you can see, these systems are very high-end and focuses on raw processing power. I have created a list to show you how much this peripheral system will possibly cost if you were to build it for your own. And let me tell you, it's not cheap. As you can see here, this system will cost you around $6,000 to build. And my kind advice is, as a beginner or an intermediate developer, I suggest you stay away from this startup cost. This is not worth it. Now, I created this next tier as a recommended tier for someone new to Unreal and it's serious about game development. If you want to build a powerful computer which will allow you to create AA to AAA games and keep the cost under $2,000, refer to this list. Now, you can feel free to change the list to upgrade certain components as you see fit. However, this build is significant for you to run the engine at its full capacity. This is the recommended tier for beginners and intermediate developers if your budget allows. Now this PC will also last you for several years, which means if you are dedicated, you'll be able to get your return of investment by creating and selling video games. For a smoother, more productive experience, aiming closer to the recommended tier is essential to avoid downtime due to long compile times and rendering delays in your first game. You probably noticed that Unreal Engine recommends some serious specs, especially if you're using its latest feature. So why does it need all that power? There are a couple reasons for it. The first reason is advanced real-time rendering. One of the biggest reasons Unreal Engine demands high-end specs is because of its focus on real-time rendering. Unreal is known for producing incredibly detailed, photorealistic visuals in real time. Features like Nanite for virtualized geometry and Lumen for dynamic global illumination are game changers, but they require powerful GPUs and CPUs to run smoothly. These technologies will allow developers to work with billions of polygons and highly realistic lighting without any performance loss. But to take advantage of them, you need the power to process those assets in real time. Unreal also excels in handling complex physics and real-time simulations. Whether it's for destruction mechanics, fluid dynamics, or AI interactions. While these features make Unreal a powerhouse for large-scale games and virtual environments, they come at a cost in terms of computing power. More cores, more RAM, and higher clock speeds make a difference in ensuring that these simulations run smoothly without dragging the performance down. So while Unreal Engine can run on mid-range systems for small projects, if you are aiming for AAA quality or using cutting-edge features like Lumen and Nanite, you'll need a high-end machine to avoid bottlenecks. Think of Unreal as a tool that scales up with your ambition. Bigger the ambition, the more the power you'll need to get better results. In short, Unreal Engine requires high-end specs because it's built for cutting-edge graphics, real-time simulations, and even film production. It is designed to take full advantage of modern hardware to give you the most powerful development tools possible. Now, let's take a look at Unity's requirements. Unity's minimum requirements described in their website, it's very general and it describes the architecture and the capabilities of the components, like CPU instruction sets and GPU DirectX and OpenGL support, rather than having exact models of the component. This is designed to cover a broad range of hardware possibilities. Because these requirements are so general, you can interpret them into specific component choices based on your budget and performance need. Now, I have created a parts list based on this minimum requirements for you to help get started. As you can see here, this build will set you back about $900. However, this build will provide you a strong performance for recommended specifications in Unity, and it's also capable of handling medium to large scale projects, real-time rendering, and multitasking without slowing down. So, for the same price as a low-tier Unreal Engine build, you can get a much more stable system if you choose to run Unity instead. Because Unity is optimized to run on low-spec hardware while still delivering great performance, especially to small to medium projects, you don't need to invest in a much raw processing power upfront. Unity is built to be more efficient, making it easier to run smoothly, even without high-end components. This means if you're on a budget, Unity will allow you to maximize your hardware investment and still get great results without the need for an expensive high-end machine. Unity's ability to scale down its features for different hardware makes it a more cost-effective option if you're just getting started or working with limited resources. Unity is able to pull off solid performance without requiring high-end, expensive hardware thanks to its design philosophy and flexibility. Features like broad accessibility, efficient resource management, cross-platform development, and scalable performance options all contribute to delivering a stable experience on a wide range of devices. But at the core of this efficiency, something I believe makes a big difference is Unity's use of C# and its garbage collection system. Now, C# is a high-level managed language that makes writing scripts easier and more optimized. Combine that with Unity's automatic garbage collection, and you get a system that manages memory efficiently and cleaning up unused resources in the background. This keeps your game's CPU and memory usage low even when running complex scenes and scripts. So while features like scalability and accessibility are key, I believe the real secret behind Unity's ability to deliver such impressive performance, even on lower-end systems, lies in the combination of C# and garbage collection. It's what allows Unity to perform so smoothly without requiring top-tier hardware, giving you powerful results while keeping the cost down. For those who are not aware, essentially garbage collection automatically manages memory, cleaning up unused objects in the background. This means that even if you're running complex scripts and multiple systems at once, Unity keeps your game's CPU and memory usage low. What does this mean for you? It means that Unity can handle complex scenes, physics, and interactions without overloading your hardware. The garbage collection system ensures that your project runs smoothly and you don't have to worry about manual memory management. Unity takes care of that for you. In conclusion, if you are just starting out and don't have a budget for a high-end PC, why not try Unity? It's a fantastic way to learn the fundamentals of game development, and you can still build something awesome to share with the world. Unity's flexibility and efficiency allows you to create great games on low-spec hardware, making it perfect for beginners. Once you have developed a small stream of cash flow from selling your games made in Unity, you can start upgrading your system and then think about aiming higher. This is when you can take the next step and explore AAA quality games with Unreal Engine, giving you even more powerful tools and visuals. Think of it as a level up in your game development journey. Start small, build your skills, and grow into bigger, more advanced projects when the time is right. With that being said, folks, thank you very much for coming this far in this video. I really do appreciate your time and effort, and good luck on your game building journey.